As most of you know, General Motors has for a long time led the industry in automobile production and sales. This leadership continues today. In 1946, General Motors automobiles again outsold all others, and there are good reasons for this continuing General Motors leadership. These reasons can be summed up simply as the research-guided progress of a forward-thinking, open-minded organization. An organization that translates truly advanced design and styling through vast production facilities into tangible quality results. An organization devoted to giving the motorist more for his dollar than he can get anyplace else. There are many factors contributing to the quality results achieved by General Motors. For example, the General Motors Proving Ground, the only proving ground of its kind in the world. The General Motors Research Laboratories, where automotive history has been made through the years and where it continues to be made. The huge General Motors assembly lines, strategically located all over America, the world, in fact. Yes, every one of these vast General Motors facilities is devoted to giving the most for the dollar. Only the best is good enough for General Motors customers. And that's why Cadillac has long been recognized as the finest motor car in the world. Why such cars as Buick, Oldsmobile, and Pontiac are recognized as the outstanding quality values in their price classes. Why General Motors is recognized as giving more quality per dollar than any other line of motor cars.
Yeah, Mac, that's swell. But how about people like me? I'd like a Cadillac, too, but I'd have to live in it if I bought one. How can I get Cadillac or Buick quality with an income like mine? After all...
Just a minute, sir. You didn't let me quite finish. There is one quality General Motors car that I didn't mention. I was saving that one. I mean Chevrolet. You know, refer to Chevrolet quite seriously as their... You've probably heard them.
Well, yes, I have. But I always figured...
Well, sir, there are very sound reasons why people do put Chevrolet in this big car quality class. Take styling, for instance. Look at those side views. They might have rolled off the same assembly line. The one on the left is Chevrolet. The one in the middle is Cadillac. And the one on the right is Buick. And from the rear, the style similarity between Chevrolet and higher-priced cars is equally striking.
Chevrolet has big car appearance.
Chevrolet has fine polished lacquer instead of baked-on enamel.
This is used on the highest-priced motor cars.
Chevrolet has polished safety plate glass all around, not just in the windshield and ventilator wings.
This is accepted practice on highest-priced cars.
Chevrolet has inside button locks, which permit doors to be locked without bothersome key fumbling.
These are also featured in the highest-priced motor cars.
Chevrolet has protected hinges on trunk and glove compartments to prevent damage to contents.
They are also standard in the highest-priced cars.
Those are just some visible examples of the quality built into the Unisteel bodies by Fisher. The bodies that are the standard of comparison among all automobile bodies.
The bodies used on Chevrolet and higher-priced General Motors cars.
But that's just part of the quality story of Chevrolet bodies by Fisher. There are many other big car quality body features you never see. The special bracing and welding of all the body sections and of inner and outer body panels. The steel box sections, which reinforce the floor and cowl and are fused into one permanent unit with the body.
That's real big car construction. And it means big car strength, durability, and safety in Chevrolet. Compare with the kind and amount of bracing and welding in the ordinary body on this non-General Motors car.
The insulation in Chevrolet bodies by Fisher is big car quality, too. Passengers are protected from dust, heat, and cold. Soundproofing indoors is complete, not just a gesture. And the entire body is soundproof to reduce road noises to a hut.
That means that Chevrolet has big car comfort and quietness. Compare with the kind of insulation you find in ordinary bodies, and compare the results on the road.
To support the rear seat back and reinforce the body, Chevrolet bodies by Fisher incorporate this solid steel square section, which is welded into one unit with the body, providing more than adequate support.
That means Chevrolet has big car quality. Compare with the flimsy cross-member bracing used to support the rear seat backs of a competitive car body.
And the big car quality doors in Chevrolet Bodies by Fisher. They are of double wall construction, and the inner wall is completely closed with steel for greater strength, quietness, and to prevent rain from soiling the upholstery.
That means Chevrolet has big car quality. Compare with conventional door construction.
And if you want convincing proof of the big car quality in Chevrolet Bodies by Fisher, just try the door slam test. When you slam the door of a Chevrolet, notice that big car sound.
And then compare it with the sound of a conventional car door slam.
Chevrolet seats, too, are built the expensive big car way, just like those in all Fisher bodies. The entire seat assembly is of solid panel steel construction with steel channel cross members. Seat backs and sides are of heavy gauge sheet steel, ribbed and flanged for extra strength, real big car quality. The assembled seat rests on this solid steel framework for big car durability. Many rows of individually wrapped luxury-type springs contribute to Chevrolet's big car comfort. And 100% cotton padding, protected from spring abrasion by sheet fiber insulation, contributes to both big car durability and big car comfort. Yes, Chevrolet carries the Body by Fisher symbol of quality, the symbol of body excellence.
This means big car appearance, comfort, and luxury.
Say, I begin to see what you mean. I guess when people know about all those features in Chevrolet, they do figure they're getting big car quality at low cost.
That's right. But besides its styling and its Fisher body quality features, Chevrolet has many other mechanical quality features found only in higher-priced cars. If you'll wait just a minute, I'll try to find somebody who can tell you about them. Yes, Chevrolet has many quality mechanical features that cause motorists to associate Chevrolet with higher-priced cars. And here's a man who knows.
That's right. I see all kinds of cars every day. And Chevrolet's got quality features you don't find on anything but the big money jobs. Take knee action, for instance. Look at the way it's built. That Chevrolet knee action is built more like this high-priced job than any other low-priced car.
That's for big car comfort and safety.
And that Chevrolet rear end with high-powered gears and torque tube drive. You can get those things in other cars, of course, if you can afford it.
That's for big car durability.
And then there's this positive type starter. It saves gear teeth, and it gives sure starts every time.
That's found only on more expensive cars, too.
And when you're talking about engines, well, Chevrolet can take plenty of bows for that valve and head power plant they've got.
That's right. The valve and head principle is recognized universally as the most efficient yet developed for reciprocating engines. Practically all reciprocating airplane engines are valve-in-head. Valve-in-head engines have won every Memorial Day race at Indianapolis for more than 3 decades. Valve-in-head engines hold the world's speed records on land and on the water. Well, here's a man who can probably tell us some of the reasons why valve-in-head engines do the things they do.
Yes, I think I can give you some pretty good reasons for valve and head superiority. For one thing, engineers all agree that the valve and head design is more efficient than the L-head design, other factors being equal, even under present-day operating conditions. You see, in the valve and head engine, with the valves directly above the cylinders, intake and exhaust passages are direct. Fuel can get in and gases can get out with a minimum of obstruction. This is pretty important at high speeds. But with the L-head engine, the position of the valves alongside the cylinder means that fuel and gases have to travel indirect routes. At high speeds, such engines don't breathe well, so they lose efficiency. And look at the large surface area in this L-head combustion chamber, made necessary because of the valve location. All that surface wastes heat, which ought to go to provide working energy. But in the valve and head engine, with the valves directly over the combustion chamber, the surface area is much smaller, so less heat is wasted. More of it goes to provide power. Engineers recognize that higher compression will be required to utilize efficiently the higher octane gasolines of tomorrow. Valve and head design permits better breathing under high compression. In L-head design, the The high-speed flow of fuel and exhaust gases is already restricted. The higher compression ratios of tomorrow will restrict the L head even more.
One other thing. The leading oil companies in America and Europe have standardized on the use of Chevrolet valve and head engines for comparative product tests.
A real tribute to this engine, the only engine in a low-priced field offering valve-in-head advantages.
Well, those are some of the quality features in the engine, in the body, and throughout the car that cause people to think of Chevrolet in terms of big car quality. And Chevrolet is not like just one fine car. It's a combination of many fine motor car features, incorporating the best in big car safety, comfort, performance, and appearance, and offering them all at lowest cost. But don't take my word for it. Just look through the used car lots and see which low-priced car has the highest resale value, year in, year out.
Chevrolet big car quality tells the story again here.
Well, look, Mac, all this sounds very convincing. But how can Chevrolet put all these things in a car and still sell it at a low price? Where do they cut the corners?
Chevrolet never cuts corners. There are other ways to bring big car quality to the low-price field. Purchasing power is one way. In addition to its own tremendous purchasing power, Chevrolet benefits from GM mass purchasing for the entire line of General Motors products. The savings enable Chevrolet to buy better materials at lower cost.
And only the best is good enough for Chevrolet.
The General Motors research laboratories are another factor assuring big car quality for Chevrolet buyers. Here, the future course of automotive development is charted. Chevrolet engineers, working with those of the entire GM family, have access to the better materials, components, and methods continually being uncovered. The General Motors Proving Ground is another reason for big car quality. This proving ground, the largest, best equipped, and only one of its kind in the world, enables Chevrolet to compare its product with all other automobiles in the world. Thus, Chevrolet's association with the General Motors family keeps Chevrolet constantly abreast of developments in the fine car field. And Chevrolet is constantly weighing the soundness, value, and quality of these developments, and bringing the worthwhile quality features to the low-price field.
Only the best is good enough for Chevrolet.
Chevrolet production is the final factor.
Chevrolet has outproduced and outsold all other manufacturers in 11 of the last 12 production years, including 1946.
Chevrolet's mass production system, largest and best in the world, enables Chevrolet to produce the greatest number of big car quality features at the lowest cost in the industry. And all these things together give us the right to say,
Chevrolet has big car quality at lowest cost.